Yo, I know you saw Shorty in there trying to get that 2-for-1 deal.
NERDSoul.
Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen, putting hip hop and geek together for a show that has continued to deliver, man. Whether it's from the kids or the parents or the grandkids, there's always something crazy to talk about, and that show is Greenleaf. And we're gonna catch up real quick and chop it up before the episode tonight. And I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. Let's talk about your boy Bishop. That silver, the silver jubilee or jubilation of silver, whatever, that poster of his big face in a pulpit, come on, man. Even he asked, is this too far? If you ever have to ask if it's too far, it might be a little too far. And just, I feel like he gotta over it, like he really gotta come through, because he know Lady Mae is planning a coup. So, he gotta really come through with the, he got the whole, pulpit laid out, got a big picture of his face all smiley. And I just get the, I get that feeling that he's overdoing it and overcompensating, because maybe he feels that, he gotta protect his ground. And straight up, that joke was just funny. Like, come on, man, you ain't gotta do that. Look, Bishop, Pastor Greenleaf, all that. Look, you ain't gotta do all that, man. Just go out there and have your celebration. You ain't gotta have a big picture of your face. That costed, well, I mean, it's a church, he probably wrote it off, but still, he had to go to Kinko's and get that made up or whatever. That thing is huge. It's like the size of your living room or something. Just a picture of his head. But anyway, I'm gonna slide that off and stay on Bishop for a second. Through this episode, we've dealt with not only him and his loneliness, but seem to almost thematically parallel it with the guy he's staying with, and I can't remember his name for right now, please, excuse me, homeboy with the funeral home. When he came home that night and old girl was still in there, like, oh, I was getting ready to leave. You want me to stay around? No. You know what I'm saying? Don't be up in here trying to get a 2-for-1. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your services. What I need you to do is, boop, back up a taste. All right, because I'm not that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that. I'm technically still married. I'm going through mine, but I am fine. Please find your way to the door. You know what I'm saying? I like how Bishop handled that. I mean, it wasn't exactly in those words, but I like how he handled that. Also, I gotta give it to old girl for at least trying. Because I'm sure she in the house like, yo, there's 2 old dudes up in here. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much work she gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But moving on, since this is a family show, let's talk about those divorce papers for a second. It's crushing to see, the bishop kind of mull over those papers and know, this is the real deal. Like, once you sign this is it. And it's not like Lady Mae is Lady Mae, and she is not changing. And she is a headache and a half times 400 and a half. But she's still your headache. You know what I'm saying? She's still your woman. She's still your love. And is it time to let it go? Should we hold on? Should we try again? Should we just take some space and come back? Or should we try to, just let everything go? You see that him wrestling with that. And I did enjoy just seeing him not so quickly in a slapdash manner, just sign it and give it to her. You could see that he was struggling with it. He was wrestling with it. Even when he spoke to Jacob, you could see that was still on his heart. And when he gave it to Lady Mae, you could see that it wasn't easy for him. And you could see to a certain degree, it wasn't easy for Lady Mae either. Even though she tried to be meaner than most, you could see that it was bothering her. Now we got some other stuff to get to, just like my boy Jacob I was just talking about. But first, of course, Kira Brand is gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So let's talk about Jacob for a moment. Him and Bishop, or him and his dad, you know what I'm saying, straight up get a moment to just sit down without all the family around and just be a father and son, you know what I'm saying, and just really relating to each other. And a thing that kind of caught me is that when he asked him about Rochelle, sorry, not Rochelle, that's Miss Cross. We're gonna get to Rochelle in a second. But when he asked him about Tasha, that he didn't come clean. He was like, yo, man, it was, you ain't got to worry about it. It was, nothing happened. And I think this could have been a great moment for both of them to use their stories and their experience to heal each other. You have the Bishop kind of dealing with his issue with actually signing these papers. And you have Jacob with his issue with, his wife is kind of blaming him for Zora leaving, and then Tasha, he doesn't want to hurt her feelings, but he's not feeling her like that, but he doesn't want, of course, this is a person that, you see as family. He called her family. So, he definitely has an emotion towards her that's, it's not love, but it's still, you don't want that person's feelings hurt. And seeing Tasha cry, that probably, it weighed on him. And then also getting that attraction, when she kissed him, that probably stirred up some stuff in him as well. So I think we could have had a very real moment that Jacob just dashed away by kind of blowing it off. And hopefully this will be it as far as Jacob and Tasha are concerned. Not saying I want Tasha to leave the show, but, hopefully Jacob won't turn and go back to how he was in season 1 or before season 1. I do think he is a very solid brother, and I don't want him to fall in the trap anymore. With that said, we're going to slide that to the side. Let's talk about Gigi. Still struggling with her case, but struggling more so with Miss Cross. And now I'm wondering where Miss Cross stands. Is Miss Cross still in, I got to take down all the Greenleafs? Or is she in a point where I want to take down all the Greenleafs except Gigi? Because it's hard to see how she's trying to play this. And I'm looking at Miss Cross side-eyed, but maybe I'm about to let my guard down. Let me know, man. How you feeling about Miss Cross? Because maybe she's okay. But lastly, I want to get into Lionel. We all know Lionel is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He's probably not going to be here too much longer. And how that affects, how that changes, how that, interacts with Bishop, finally finding out what went on and maybe what was going on and how he relates to it, how he deals with it. That it's tough to say where this might go, but I did like when he went to the assisted living home and he met that young lady who was, sort of grieving and she didn't know where to go. When he was with her, it seemed like even he realized that I'm getting back to actually nurturing, actually ministering to someone. I'm getting back to actually being someone's confidant in a very positive way. And I'm doing church how it should be done right now. I have my own issues, but I lay those aside to deal with you and help you deal with yours and be someone that you can at least get a little reprieve from, a little bit of comfort from. And I like that. When I was like, that right there is what church is about. Finding someone that needs some help, that whether it's money or whether they need a friend or whether they need someone to vent to or whatever, you're being that comfort for them and showing them that and helping them get through it. You know what I'm saying? So I love that part. And even him dealing with that and going through and speaking to Lionel showed me that maybe this can be put to rest. No, of course, no puns here, but maybe this can be put to rest and he can heal along with Lionel and let this be in the past. Guys, of course, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Greenleaf. Also, tell me what you think about Charity and Kevin, because maybe we're going to see a mutual respect in a more positive future. I don't know, man. Charity, we'll see how she's going. We'll never know where she's gonna go, but it seems like we're building in towards a positive foundation for the child. So before I bounce, I'm going to tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. Check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, if you ever see a call girl named Teresa up in your kitchen, tell her to scram. Peace.